and the temperature is 79 degrees. And today, will we be racing the 3-year-olds? May I please have you rise for today's national anthem? The 4, RT Catalina. The 6, TSM Princess Dar is scratched. Scratch the 6, TSM Princess Dar. In the 4th race, the 4 to the top and over, Brian Zent will drive. Brian Zent will drive the 4 to the top and over. In the 5 in the 4th race, Explosive Flower, Sean Johnston will drive the 5 Explosive Flower. In the 5th race, the 3 from now on, Wayne Long will drive the 3 from now on. And then the 4, Margaritaville, Mike Wilder will drive the 4, Margaritaville. In the 6th race, scratch the 5, Killer Instinct. Scratch the 5, Killer Instinct. In the 7th race, the 3, Blues Heart. Make the driver James Dodson. James Dodson will drive the 3, Blues Heart. In the 5, the 5, Mr. Jeff. Mike Wilder will drive Mr. Jeff, the 5. In the 8th race, no changes. In the 9th race, the 2, Wealth Whispers. Brandon Smith will drive. Brandon Smith will drive the 2, Wealth Whispers. And in the 10th race, no changes. No changes in the 11th. No changes in the 12th. That's your changes for today. About 8 minutes till post. 8 minutes till post. your field of horses for the first race. 3-year-old filly, A group pacers. The 1 is Amelia B. Hanover with Sean Johnston. The 2 is Maker Rock with Roger Hammer. The 3 is Cheyenne's Art with James Dotson. The 4 is TMO Gone Dancing with David Brickle. The 5 is Tony Ann with Todd Shadle. In the 6 is TSM Princess Rebecca with Eric Neal in the sulky. The gate swings around the turn and here they come. TSM Princess Rebecca is on the break. They're off, going right after lead. That's Amelia B. Hanover. Down along the rail, second, that's Maker Rock. On the outside, there's Tony Ann. Then there's Cheyenne's Art, TSM Princess Rebecca, and back there is TMO Gone Dancing. On top, that's Amelia B. Hanover, but here comes Tony Ann on the outside. Third is Cheyenne's Art. On top now to take the lead, that's Tony Ann. Their second is Amelia B. Hanover. Third is Maker Rock to the quarter in 32 seconds. On top, showing the way is Tony Ann. Right on his helmet second, that's Amelia B. Hanover. Maker Rock is their third. Then there's Cheyenne's Art, TSM Princess Rebecca, and back there is TMO Gone Dancing. Moving in front of the grandstands for the first time. Showing the way, that's Tony Ann. Then Amelia B. Hanover, back a length or two, there's Maker Rock to the half in. 102. Still on top, that's Tony Ann. Amelia B. Hanover second. Tips to the outside, here comes Cheyenne's Art. Maker Rock inside fourth. Following the covers, TSM Princess Rebecca and TMO Gone Dancing trying to catch a field. But Tony Ann still shows the way. Then there's Amelia B. Hanover on his tail. Cheyenne's Art is on, gets a seat third to the 3/4 in. 132. Around the final turn they go. Tony Ann is opened up by a length on Amelia B. Hanover. Then back 3 lengths, there is Cheyenne's Art. TSM Princess Rebecca on the outside. Down the stretch they come. Tony Ann has led. Their second is Amelia B. Hanover, but it's all Tony Ann. Amelia B. Hanover for second. Cheyenne's Art for third. Maker Rock fourth. TSM Princess Rebecca fifth. Time the mile in. 2. In the stands at the 5, Tony Ann. Lewis Winger, Andy Miller Stable Inc. Milestone. Todd Chadle trains. Todd Chandler gets his 29th win this season. And that is also Todd Chadle's 35th training win on the season. Here's your top down. The 1, Amelia B. Hanover was second. The 2, Maker Rock was fourth. The 3, Cheyenne Zart was third. The 4, Timo Gondanson was sixth. The 5, Tony Ann was the winner. In the 6, TSM Princess Rebecca was fifth. Top down, 2, 4, 3, 6, 1, 5. Time of the mile on 2, 2, and 2. starts from the second tier. 5 on the gate. The 6 starts from the second tier. Here's your field for the second race. The 1 is Sweet Baby Kaylee with Tony Shadle. The 2 is Keystone Pearl with Sean Johnston. The 3 is Scratched. The 4 is TSM Princess Lexi with Eric Neal. The 4 is Artful Storyteller with Brandon Smith. And the 5 is Lazy Day Hanover with David Brickle in the sulky. That's the field for the second race. 3-year-old filly A Group Pacers. The gate swings around the turn and here they come. They're off, going right after their lead. That's the 4, TSM Princess Lexi. Down along the rail, that's Sweet Baby Kaylee. Then there's Keystone Pearl. Then there's Artful Storyteller, and at the back, that's Lazy Day Hanover. Sweet Baby Kaylee is on the front end. Taking a seat second, that's TSM Princess Lexi. Third, there's Keystone Pearl. On top, that's Sweet Baby Kaylee. Sweet Baby Kaylee takes them to the quarter in
29 and 1.
29 and 1. Their second, that's our... Who's second? Keystone Pearl is second. Third is TSM Princess Lexi. Fourth, there is Artful Storyteller. Then there's Lazy Day Hanover. Sweet Baby Kaylee takes them to the quarter, takes them to the half in 59. Sweet Baby Kaylee is on the front end. TSM Princess Lexi is second. Third is Keystone Pearl. Then there's Artful Storyteller and Lazy Day Hanover. Still on the engine is Sweet Baby Kaylee. Second is TSM Princess Lexi. Third is Keystone Pearl. Artful Storyteller is there. Then there's Lazy Day Hanover on the outside. To the 3/4 in 130. Sweet Baby Kaylee is still on the front end. Tips the outside. Here comes TSM Princess Lexi. Then there's Keystone Pearl. On the outside, TSM Princess Lexi. Down the stretch they come. Sweet Baby Kaylee on the inside. TSM Princess Lexi. TSM Princess Lexi. Sweet Baby Kaylee to the wire. Too close to call. Keystone Pearl for second. Close for fourth. Time the mile in 2:01 and 1. Back in front of the stands, the winner of the second race, that's the one, Sweet Baby Kaylee. John Wagner of Centerville. Linda Shadle trains, and Tony Shadle gets the winning drive. Time of the mile in 2:01 and 1. Here's your order. Here's your top down. The one, Sweet Baby Kaylee, was the winner. The two, Keystone Pearl, was third. The three, Dancing Jay, was scratched. The 4, TSM Princess Lexi, was second. The 5, Artful Storyteller, was fifth. And the 6, Lazy Day Hanover, was fourth. Top down, 1-3, scratch, 2-5-4. Time the mile in 2:01 and 1. Here's your changes for this upcoming third race. The 2, Just You Watch Me, Sean Johnston will drive. In the 4, RT Catalina, Wayne Long will drive. In the 5, TSM Princess Doris scratch the 5, 6, I'm sorry. Scratch the 6, TSM Princess Dar. Here's your field for the third race. Three-year-old trotting fillies, B group. The 1 is Bombs Away Hanover with Eric Neal. The 2 is Just You Watch Me with Sean Johnston. The 3 is Little Town Girl with Roger Hammer. The 4 is RT Catalina with Wayne Long. And the 5 is Pure Poetry with Brian Zent in Sulky. Around the turn and here they come. The 3 Little Town Girl is on the break. They're off, they're off. Firing out of the gate, that's a 2, Just You Watch Me. Then there's the 5, Pure Poetry. Then there's Bombs Away Hanover on the break. There goes Pure Poetry. Then Pure Poetry is 3rd. Then there's RT Catalina and Little Town Girl. On top, that's Just You Watch Me. 2nd is Bombs Away Hanover. 3rd is RT. 3rd is Pure Poetry. Then there's RT Catalina to the quarter and
33 and 3.
33 and 3 around the turn. On top, that's Just You Watch Me. Bombs Away Hanover is on his helmet. Then there's Pure Poetry and RT Catalina, and at the back, that's Little Town Girl. Leads him around the turn and into the straightaway. Just You Watch Me leads. Then 2nd, that's Bombs Away Hanover. Tips to the outside. Here comes Pure Poetry. Then there's RT Catalina and Little Town Girls trying to catch the field to the half in 106. Just You Watch Me leads the way. But on the outside, there's Pure Poetry. Down along the rail, there's Bombs Away Hanover and RT Catalina. And Little Town Girl is trying to catch the field. On top, that's Just You Watch Me, but Pure Poetry is on the outside, head to head. Then there's, still on top, that's Just You Watch Me. To the 3 quarters in. 138 and 2. Not giving up yet is Just You Watch Me. Pure Poetry's not backing down. Then there's Bombs Away Hanover. Back a little bit, RT Catalina and Little Town Girl. Down the stretch they come. Still there is Just You Watch Me. Then there's Pure Poetry. Just You Watch Me. Pure Poetry. Just You Watch Me. Pure Poetry. Just You Watch Me. Pure Poetry for 2nd, Bombs Away Hanover for 3rd, RT Catalina for 4th. 208. Moving around the turn, your winner of the third race. That's the two. Just you watch me. Fred Huber of Sandy Lake, PA. Jody and Kaylee Martin of Stoneboro, PA. Kaylee Martin trains, and Sean Johnson gets the catch drive win. Time of the mile in 2:08. Top down. The one bombs away Hanover was third. The two Just You Watch Me was first. The 3 Little Town Girl was fifth. The 4 RT Catalina was fourth. The 5 Pure Poetry was second. And the 6 TSM Princess Dar was scratched. Top down 3-1-5-4-2 scratch. Time of the mile in 2:08. Here's your field for the 4th race, 3-year-old filly A group trotters. The 1 is Brutal Apology with Wayne Long. The 2 is Cheesy Hanover with Cody Shadle. The 3 is Fire Up with Tony Shadle. The 4 is To the Top and Over with Brian Zent. And the 5 is Explosive Flower with Sean Johnston in the sulky. That's your field for the 4th race, 3-year-old filly A group trotters. They're off. Down along the rail for the lead, that's Cheesy Hanover. On the outside, that's a 3, Fire Up. Then there's Explosive Flower. Then there's Brutal Apology into the top and over. Moving around the turn, Cheesy Hanover has opened up by a length. Fire Up trying to close the gap. Then back there is Explosive Flower. Then there's To the Top and Over. On top, that's Cheesy Hanover. Then there's Fire Up as second. Third is Explosive Flower to the quarter in 32 seconds. On top, that's Cheesy Hanover. Fire Up is second. Third is Explosive Flower. Then there's Brutal Apology and To the Top and Over. Down into the straightaway, Cheesy Hanover takes them there. Fire Up is their second. Then there's Explosive Flower, Brutal Apology into the top and over. To the half in 103. On top, that's Cheesy Hanover. Fire Up is their second. Then there's Explosive Flower. On the break goes Fire Up. Fire Up is on the break. Now opened up by 2 lengths. Now is Cheesy Hanover. Second it would be Explosive Flower. Opening up now, Cheesy Hanover by 3. Make it 4. Trying to close the gap. Second is Explosive Flower to the 3/4 at 132. Around the final turn they go. Cheesy Hanover has opened up. But here, closing the lap is Explosive Flower. Brutal Apology is there to the top and over. Down the stretch they come. Cheesy Hanover opening up. Cheesy Hanover. It's all Cheesy Hanover. Explosive Flower for second. Brutal Apology for third, to the top and over fourth. 204. 204. Back in front of the stands, the winner of the fourth race. That's the 2 GZ Hanover. Todd and Christine Shadle of Spring Glen, PA. Todd Shadle trains. And Cody Shadle gets the winning drive. Time of the mile in 2:04. The Apollo G was third. The 2 GZ Hanover was first. The 3 Fire Up was fifth. The 4 To the Top and Over was fourth. And the 5 Explosive Flower was second. Top down 3:15.42. Time of the mile in 2:04. Have him ready for the fifth race. Have him ready for the fifth. Here's the changes for this upcoming race. The 3 from now on, Wayne Long will drive the 3 from now on. In the 4, Margaritaville, Mike Wilder will drive the 4, Margaritaville. Here's your horses for the 5th race. 3-year-old filly A group trotters. The 1 is Crushworthy with Brian Zent. The 2 is RU Speed of Light with Todd Shadle. The 3 is From Now On with Wayne Long. The 4 is Margaritaville with Mike Wilder. The 5 is Frank Kiss with Sean Johnston in the sulky. The gate swings around the turn and here they come. On a break is Crushworthy. They're off, going out for the early lead. That's the 2 RU Speed of Light. Taking a seat second, that's Frank Kiss. Third is Margaritaville. Then there's From Now On and Crushworthy recovering from the early break. On top, that's the 2 RU Speed of Light. Then there's Frank Kiss. Then there's Margaritaville. Then From Now On and Crushworthy catching the field. Moving to the quarter and 32 and 1. Showing the way, that's the 2 RU Speed of Light. Then there's Frank Kiss. And then From Now On. On top, that's the 2 RU Speed of Light. They're second. That's Frank Kiss. Third is Margaritaville. Then there's From Now On and Crushworthy. RU Speed of Light takes them to the half in 103 and 2. On top, that's RU Speed of Light. Then there's Frank Kiss. Then there's Margaritaville. On the outside fourth, there's Crushworthy, and at the back, there's From Now On. On top, that's RU Speed of Light. Then there's Frank Kiss. Then there's Margaritaville. Around the final turn they go. 133 and 2 was the 3 quarters. On top, that's RU Speed of Light. Then there's Frank Kiss. Then there's Margaritaville, Crushworthy, and From Now On. Down the stretch they come. RU Speed of Light's the one to catch. 3 wide comes the Margaritaville. Looks like it's Margaritaville on the outside. RU Speed of Light for second. Frank Kiss for third. Crushworthy. Mile and 203 and 1. Second from the stand, your winner of the 5th race, that's the 4 Margaritaville. Carrie is King LLC, Beth Park, PA. Carrick Racing Stable, Hickory, PA. Dana King. Mike Wilder gets the winning drive. That's the 4 Margaritaville. Margaritaville is a 3-year-old filly, bar hopping filly. Have him ready for the 6th race, and please note the 5 Killer Instinct is scratched. The 5 Killer Instinct is scratched. Here's your field for the 6th race. The 1 is Theorem with Eric Neal. The 2 is Beyond Belief with Sean Johnston. The 3 is Biohoff Hanover with Todd Shadle. The 4 is Mystical King with Wayne Long in the sulky. There's your 3-year-old Colton Gelding A Group Trotters. The gate swings around the turn, and here they come. Mr. King is on a break. They're off. 3 of them across the track. Going out for the lead, that's a Theorem. Taking a seat second, that's Beyond Belief, and Biohoff Hanover in third. Not taking a seat on the outside, here comes taking a seat, that's the 2 Beyond Belief, and Biohoff Hanover goes 3 wide, and the stick the nose in front from Theorem. Beyond Belief is third, then back there is Mystical King. On top now is Biohoff Hanover, pulling on the outside. Here comes Beyond Belief to the quarter in 33 seconds. On top, that's Biohoff Hanover. On the outside, second, that's Beyond Belief. Then down along the rail, that's Theorem. And back there is Mystical King. Moving around the turn on top, that's Biohoff Hanover. Beyond Belief takes a seat second. Then there's Theorem. Biohoff Hanover takes him in front of the grandstands. Biohoff Hanover to the half and 104. Biohoff Hanover is on top. On his helmet second, that's Beyond Belief. Then back there a little bit is Theorem and Mystical King. On top, Biohoff Hanover by a length. Second is Beyond Belief, and back there a little bit is Theorem. Theorem's Biohoff Hanover takes him to the 3/4 in
133 and 3.
133 and 3. Around the final turn they go. On top, that's Biohoff Hanover. Beyond Belief is second. Gap about 7 lengths back goes to Theorem, and about another 8 to Mystical King. Down the stretch they come. Biohoff Hanover's got this one. Beyond Belief is second, but it's all Biohoff Hanover. Beyond Belief for second, Theorem for third.
203 and 2.
Time the mile in 2:03 and 2. Off Hanover. Doc, Mo- Todd Jadel is the trainer. Todd Jadel gets the winning drive. Time in the mile in 2:03 and 2. Top down, the 1 Theorem was third. The 2 Beyond Belief was second. The 3 by Off Hanover was your winner. And the 4 Mystical King was fourth. Top down, 3, 2, 1, 4. Here's your changes for the James Dotson will drive the 3 Blues Harp. And the 5 Mr. Jeff, Mike Wilder will drive Mr. Jeff, the 5. Here's your field for the 7th race. 3-year-old Colton Gelding, A Group Trotters. The 1 is Father of Ireland with Tony Shadle. The 2 is Ripple of Hope with Brian Zent. The 3 is Blues Harp with James Dodson. The 4 is Top Me Off with Todd Shadle. And the 5 is Mr. Jeff with Mike Wilder in the sulky. That's your field for the 7th race. 3-year-old Colton Gelding, A Group Trotters. The gate swings around the turn and here they come. They're off. On the break, that's the 3 Blues Harp. Firing out quickly, that's the 5 Mr. Jeff. Down along the rail, that's the 1 Father of Ireland. Then there's on the outside second, there's the 4 Top Me Off. Then there's Ripple of Hope and Blues Harp. On top, that's the 5 Mr. Jeff, but here comes Top Me Off. Top Me Off. Top Me Off now on the front end. Mr. Jeff is second. Third is Father of Ireland. Then there's Ripple of Hope, and recovering from the break, that's Blues Harp. Top Me Off takes him to the quarter in 32 seconds. On top, that is Top Me Off. Mr. Jeff is their second. Third is Father of Ireland. Fourth, there's Ripple of Hope, and Blues Harp is there. Fifth. On top, that's Top Me Off. Showing the way. Second is Mr. Jeff getting a good trip second. Third is the Father of Ireland. Then there's a Ripple of Hope to the half in 103. Top Me Off has a length on Mr. Jeff second. Third is Father of Ireland. Then there's a Ripple of Hope and Blues Harp. Top Me Off showing the way on the engine. Then there's second, that's Mr. Jeff. Third is Father of Ireland. Opening up by 2 lengths now is Top Me Off to the 3/4 in 133 and 2. Then second is Mr. Jeff. Third tipping to the outside, that's Father of Ireland. Then there's Ripple of Hope. Down the stretch they come. Top Me Off on the front end. Mr. Jeff catching up to him second. Father of Ireland on the outside. But it's all Top Me Off. Ripple of Hope with a late surge, but it's all Top Me Off. Mr. Jeff for second. Ripple of Hope for third. Father of Ireland for fourth. Blues Harp fifth. Time of the mile in 2:03. Winner of the 7th race, the 4 Top Me Off. Richard and Regina Beinhauer. Todd and Christine Shadle of Spring Run, PA. Todd Shadle trains and Todd Shadle gets the winning drive. Top Me Off, that's his 12th win in 2021 out of 18 starts. He is a bar hopping 3-year-old colt, bar hopping colt. Here's your top down. The 1 Father of Ireland was 4th. The 2 Ripple of Hope was 3rd. The 3 Blues Harp was 5th. The 4 Top Me Off was the winner, and the 5 Mr. Jeff was 2nd. Top down, a 4-3, 5, 1, 2. Time the mile in 2:03. Here's your field for the 8th race, 3-year-old Colton Gelding A Group Pacers. The 1 is all I Ever Dream of with Mike Wilder. The 2 is Terry A. Hanover with Todd Shadle. The 3 is Seth Hanover with David Brickle. In the 4 is Dust Up Hanover with Cody Shadle in the sulky. That's your field for the 8th race. Around the turn and here they come. They're off. Going out, there's 3 of them across the track. After their lead, that's a 2, Terry A. Hanover. Then taking a seat second, that's Seth Hanover. Then there's Dust Up Hanover and All I Ever Dream of. On top, that's Terry A. Hanover. Second is Seth Hanover. Third is Dust Up Hanover and All I Ever Dream of. Showing the way, that's Terry A. Hanover. Their second is Seth Hanover. Dust Up Hanover is their third. To the quarter and
31 and 4.
31 and 4. On top, that's Terry A. Hanover. Their second is Seth Hanover. Then there's Dust Up Hanover and All I Ever Dream of. Terry A. Hanover and Todd Shadle is on the engine. Then there's Seth Hanover and Dust Up Hanover to the half and 101 and 2. Third is Dust Up Hanover. And tipping it to the outside, here comes All I Ever Dream of. All I Ever Dream of is on the outside. On top, that's Terry A. Hanover. Second is Seth Hanover. Then on the outside, third, that's All I Ever Dream of. And then there's Dust Up Hanover. Going fast, Terry A. Hanover to the 3/4. 132. Todd Shadle and Terry A. Hanover at the pedal to the meadow around the final turn for the final time. Their second is Seth Hanover on the outside. Third, there's All I Ever Dream of. Down the stretch they come. On top, that's Terry A. Hanover. Terry A. Hanover's just racing the timer. Battles on for second. Seth Hanover. Second looks like it'd be All I Ever Dream of. Seth Hanover for third, Dust Up Hanover fourth. Time the mile in 2 minutes and 1/5. Back in front of the stands, the winner of the 8th race. That's the 2, Terry A. Hanover. Christine Shadle of Spring Glen, PA. Kaden Solt, Gratz, PA. Todd Shadle trains, and Todd Shadle gets his 33rd win. Gets a actually Here's your field for the ninth race. 3-year-old filly B group Pacers. The 1 is Blazing Light with Cody Shadle. The 2 is Wealth Whispers with Brandon Smith. The 3 is Wutka with Eric Neal. The 4 is Jasper Hanover with Tony Shadle. And the 5 is TSM Prince Theo with James Dotson in the sulky. That's your field for the ninth race. From the rail out, Blazing Light, Wealth Whispers, Wutka, Jasper Hanover, and T7 Prince Theo at the top of the stretch, and here they come. They're off. Pushing the gate out of the way, that's the 4, Jasper Hanover. Down along the rail, that's the 1, Blazing Light. Then there's the 2, Wealth Whispers. Then there's Wutka and TSM Prince Theo. On top, that's the 4, Jasper Hanover. Then there's the 1, Blazing Light. Then there's the Wealth Whispers, Wutka, and TSM Prince Theo. On top, that's the 4, Jasper Hanover. Blazing Lights down. They're second to the quarter in 31 seconds. Their third is Wealth Whispers. Then there's Wutka and TSM Prince Theo. Rounding the turn. On top, that's Jasper Hanover. Then there's Blazing Light. Wealth Whispers is there. Then there's Wutka and TSM Prince Theo. Tipping to the outside, here comes Wutka to the half in 103. Jasper Hanover's the one to catch. Here comes Blazing Light. Blazing Light at 6th nose in front. Looks up in the eye and goes right on by. Three's on the break is Wutka's on the break. On top, that's Blazing Light on the outside. Then there's Jasper Hanover. Blazing Light is open by a length. Jasper Hanover then about 4 lengths back. Goes to Wealth Whispers. TSM Prince Theo, and recovering from the brink is Wutka. 134 is the 3/4. Blazing Light with a big surge around the turn for the final time. Blazing Light is opened up by a length. Jasper Hanover trying not to go away, but Blazing Light's too strong. Here comes Jasper Hanover. Jasper Hanover, not enough pace. Blazing Light. Jasper Hanover for second. Wutka gets back up for third. Close for fourth. Time the mile in 2:05. Back in front of the stands, the winner of the 9th race. That's the one Blazing Light. Todd and Christine Shadle of Spring Glen, PA. Todd Shadle trains and Cody Shadle gets the winning drive. Blazing Light is a 3-year-old pacing gelding out of Sweet Lou. That's Blazing Light's first win of his career in 25 career starts. Top down, the 1 Blazing Light was the winner. The 2 Wealth Whispers was 4th. The 3 Watka was 3rd. The 4 Jasper Hanover was 2nd. And the 5 TSM Prince Theo was 5th. Top down 1, 4, 3, 2, 5. Time the mile in 2:05. Have him ready for the 10th race. Have him ready for the 10th.